All right, so you send over a bunch of really interesting stuff about fast casual Mexican food.
Mm-hmm.
And we thought it would be fun to kind of like take a deep dive into National Burrito Day and how Chipotle's been using their Burrito Vault game to celebrate it and how their competitors, Qdoba and Taco Bell, play into all of this.
Yeah, it's
If
interesting.
you've ever scrolled through your phone, on April 3rd and wondered why there's suddenly a ton of burrito deals popping up,
Yeah.
or if you've ever been curious about like the strategy behind these online games that restaurants are launching, this deep dive is for you. We're going to be looking at the stuff you send over and trying to give you a clearer, tastier picture of this whole market.
Absolutely. It really is interesting to see how, something like a burrito has become such a big promotional event,
Mm.
for these big companies, especially Chipotle with its digital ingenuity.
Yeah.
It really kind of gives you an interesting look into modern marketing and how brands are trying to get your attention.
Okay, so National Burrito Day. You flagged this as kind of a big deal in the material you sent. April 3rd, 2025. It's not just another day on the calendar, right?
No.
It's become this annual event for Mexican fast casual restaurants to really make some
Yeah.
noise.
Yeah.
What makes this particular day so important for them?
Well, if you think about it from their perspective, I mean, what better opportunity to really highlight one of their core menu items
Right.
than on a day that's literally dedicated to it,
Yeah.
right? It's
Yeah.
a natural hook to offer special promotions. It's a chance to boost their visibility, drive traffic both online and in store,
Right.
directly to what they're known for.
Right. And as you mentioned, it's not just Chipotle in the ring. Qdoba and Taco Bell are also actively participating. So it's a real competition for your appetite on that particular day. What kind of strategies do you typically see from them around National Burrito Day?
Yeah, absolutely. Every year leading up to and on April 3rd, you see just a flurry of deals and promotions. Across the board, all of these companies are essentially vying for your attention and your food dollars.
Right.
It becomes a very concentrated and competitive time period for the fast casual calendar.
One thing that really jumped out at me from the material you sent was the Chipotle Burrito Vault. It sounds like something out of a heist movie.
It does, doesn't it?
Can you break down for us what is this Burrito Vault and how does it work?
Yeah, so the Burrito Vault is a really clever digital game that Chipotle has developed.
Okay.
And it's a key part of their marketing strategy, especially in the lead up to National Burrito Day. It's designed to generate excitement, encourage engagement with the brand, and ultimately drive sales. Think of it as, a virtual puzzle.
Go ahead.
If you can solve it, you can unlock some tasty rewards.
I like that. A digital puzzle box full of burrito-related goodies.
That's it.
So if someone wants to try their luck cracking this vault, how do they get started? Is it hidden somewhere on their app?
It's typically it's accessed through a dedicated website that they create specifically for the promotion.
Right.
In the past, we've seen URLs like unlockburritoday.com, and that's usually the central hub where you can go to participate in the game.
All right, so you land on this site.
Mm-hmm.
Then what are we navigating through? A maze of menus or something? What kind of gameplay are we talking about here?
Yeah, so the core mechanic is guessing the correct combination of ingredients
Okay.
in a specific secret Chipotle order. So you're essentially trying to build the exact, right burrito, taco, or bowl from their, available ingredients.
It's kind of like that sense of wanting to be an insider, like you're in on a secret recipe.
Exactly.
What do you think inspired this kind of gamified approach? It feels very in tune with how people interact online these days.
Yeah, it does feel very contemporary. And I think it likely draws inspiration from the immense popularity of, digital word games and online puzzles that have really captured, a lot of people's attention. Leverages that same desire for a, mental challenge and the satisfaction you get from solving a problem.
Right. It's more engaging than just seeing a static coupon code or something.
Yeah.
So it's not just, randomly picking ingredients, right? There's some strategy involved for the player.
Absolutely. While there is an element of chance, the game is structured to, encourage more, thoughtful guessing.
Okay.
To keep things dynamic and to encourage you to, return. The secret ingredient combination, it often changes on an hourly basis.
Oh, wow.
So this creates a sense of urgency. You know the target's moving.
That hourly reset definitely adds a layer of excitement. So are you free to make unlimited guesses each hour, or is there a limit to keep things challenging?
There is a limit. There is a limit. You're typically given a certain number of attempts within each hourly window. This prevents people from just trying every possible combination, and it really encourages more strategic thinking. After each guess you make, the game will provide you with feedback. It'll indicate which of the ingredients you selected are actually part of the secret combination and which are not.
Okay. So that feedback is crucial.
Yeah.
It turns it into a real process of deduction.
Exactly.
You're learning with each attempt. You're eliminating possibilities and refining your next guess. It sounds much more engaging than, just a pure luck-based game.
Exactly. It's an iterative process.
Okay.
You take the information from each attempt and you use that to inform, your subsequent guesses. It's a clever way to, keep you invested and keep you coming back.
Now let's talk about what you can actually win by cracking this digital vault. What kind of rewards are we looking at here?
Yeah, the prizes can be quite appealing.
Huh?
A very common reward is a buy one get one or BOGO entree code.
Okay.
These codes can usually be redeemed on National Burrito Day itself.
Okay.
Allowing you to get 2 burritos for the price of 1.
You can't go wrong with a BOGO. There's nothing quite like the satisfaction of free burrito, unless, of course, you could get even more free burritos.
Well, that's where the more substantial prizes come in.
Okay.
For the very first person to successfully unlock the burrito vault in a given hour,
Oh, wow.
the grand prize is often free burritos for an entire year.
Wow, that's some serious burrito dedication. I could only imagine the rush of trying to be that first person to crack the code each hour.
Absolutely. It creates a lot of buzz. It incentivizes people to, try and be among the fastest to solve the puzzle, in that specific time frame. And even if you don't manage to snag the BOGO or the year of free burritos, there are often other rewards up for grabs, such as, points for the Chipotle Rewards program.
Ah, yes, the loyalty program.
Yeah.
So the Burrito Vault isn't just about the immediate gratification of potentially winning a free meal. It's also a way to deepen your engagement with the Chipotle brand over the long term.
Exactly. Precisely. Participation in the Burrito Vault typically requires you to be a member of Chipotle Rewards, their loyalty program,
Okay.
where you earn points for your purchases, which can later be redeemed for free food and other benefits. So the game serves a dual purpose.
Yeah.
It's generating immediate excitement around, National Burrito Day, but it's also encouraging, ongoing customer loyalty.
It's a strategic move.
Yeah.
You get the fun of the game and the potential for tasty prizes.
Yeah.
But you're also being nudged to become a more consistent Chipotle customer.
Yeah.
So the Burrito Vault isn't just a bit of, online fun.
Yeah.
It's a key component of Chipotle's broader digital strategy.
Absolutely. It's a prime example of how they're leveraging digital platforms to connect with you, the consumer. The Burrito Vault encourages interaction with the brand, online through their mobile app. It drives traffic to, their digital spaces. And this aligns with a broader trend we're seeing where, digital ordering and engagement are becoming, just paramount. The Burrito Vault is just a particularly creative manifestation of that.
And that increased digital interaction, that must translate to some real advantages for Chipotle.
Yeah.
Beyond just, the immediate engagement with the game itself, what kind of benefits do they typically see from these kind of campaigns?
Well, Chipotle has actually reported significant increases in their digital transactions on the days when the Burrito Vault game is active.
Okay.
And when you think about it, you're already online, you're interacting with the brand.
Right.
You're thinking about Chipotle's menu, so you're naturally more inclined to place an order through their app or their website.
That makes sense. They've got your attention. You're already thinking about what kind of burrito you want.
Yeah.
Might as well make it easy for you to order one.
Exactly.
It also contributes to their overall brand building, doesn't it?
Yeah.
This kind of engaging, fun promotion, it creates these positive associations with the brand, with Chipotle in your mind.
Absolutely. It's not solely about, the immediate sales boost on National Burrito Day.
Yeah.
These types of campaigns, they help cultivate a sense of fun and excitement around around the Chipotle brand,
Mm.
which can foster, a stronger, more loyal connection with the customer base, in the long run.
So National Burrito Day isn't just a chance for, you and I to maybe snag a discounted burrito. It's
Mhm.
a real competitive battleground for these major fast casual players.
Yeah.
We've talked about Chipotle's high-tech burrito vault, but what are Qdoba and Taco Bell typically doing to try and capture your attention on that day?
Yeah, it truly is a day where they're all actively competing for market share.
Okay.
As you noted, Chipotle often leads with the Burrito Vault and other digitally focused deals, and they might also include, delivery offers to make it even more appealing to order from them,
Okay.
so.
And Qdoba, what's their usual approach on National Burrito Day? Do they have their own version of a digital vault, or do they tend to go with a different strategy?
Qdoba often opts for more straightforward promotional offers.
Okay.
A common tactic for them is to offer a free burrito or bowl when you purchase an entree and a drink.
Okay.
So it's a more direct and immediately understandable, value proposition.
So while Chipotle is using gamification to draw you in, Qdoba is focusing on a more traditional direct discount.
Right.
What about Taco Bell? They have a much broader menu beyond just burritos.
Yeah.
How do they typically factor into the National Burrito Day landscape?
Yeah, Taco Bell definitely participates with their own promotions and deals. Their approach often targets a slightly younger demographic and really emphasizes value. You might see them offering discounted burritos or special combo deals that day, leveraging their established reputation for affordability and their innovative, diverse menu to appeal to a wider range of, tastes and budgets.
It's interesting to see these distinct strategies in action.
Yeah.
Chipotle with the digital intrigue, Qdoba with the direct BioGo offer, and Taco Bell focusing on value and a broader appeal. It really highlights the different brand identities that they've each cultivated and how they try to connect with you, the customer. Let's delve a little deeper into that.
Right.
What are the key things that set these three players apart in the fast casual Mexican food scene?
Okay, so starting with Chipotle, their core appeal really centers on the perception of fresh, high-quality ingredients and the ability for you to completely customize your meal to your exact preferences. They've also built a strong brand around their food with integrity commitment, which resonates with consumers who place a high value on sustainably and responsibly sourced food.
So Chipotle has really positioned itself as the slightly more premium, ethically minded option
Yeah,
in the fast casual Mexican space.
absolutely.
What about Qdoba? They also offer a similar level of customization, so where do they try to differentiate themselves?
Yeah, Qdoba, they do offer that comparable, customizable experience, but they often aim to distinguish themselves through, more unique and adventurous flavor profiles and sauces that you
Right.
might not, typically find at Chipotle. They also have their own rewards program, designed to foster your loyalty. So it's a balance of, that personalized experience, but with a bit more emphasis on distinctive tastes.
And then there's Taco Bell, which feels like it occupies a bit of a different segment, as we mentioned.
Yeah.
They're not solely focused on burritos.
No.
They have a very diverse menu. What's their key to attracting you in this competitive market?
Taco Bell's primary strengths lie in their much broader and more innovative menu.
Okay.
Their consistent focus on affordability and value, and their marketing efforts often target, a younger audience with a more playful, sometimes unexpected approach. They're often the go-to choice for a quick, tasty and budget-friendly meal or snack.
It gives you a clear picture of the different options available and how each brand tries to cater to different preferences and priorities.
Yeah.
Now, looking beyond just these three, what are some of the larger trends shaping the entire fast casual Mexican food industry that you're seeing these players and others responding to?
Yeah, there are several significant trends that are really, influencing the industry right now. One of the most prominent is the continued growth and importance of, digital ordering and delivery. You as a consumer increasingly expect the convenience of ordering your food online or through mobile apps and having it, delivered directly to you.
Right.
Restaurants are investing heavily in these digital channels to meet that demand.
That's something we all see and use regularly. Feels like every restaurant now has its own app or partners with multiple delivery services.
Yeah, it's pretty ubiquitous.
What other factors are significantly impacting how these businesses operate?
Yeah, I think customization remains a huge trend. As a consumer, you want to be able to personalize your meals. Mm-hmm.
To fit your specific dietary needs, preferences, maybe even your mood that day.
Right.
And this is why you see such a wide array of, ingredients and toppings being offered, allowing for, a high degree of personalization.
It really is all about, having it your way, right?
Exactly.
Beyond just the ingredients, what about cost? Is the value proposition still a key consideration?
Absolutely, absolutely. While quality and convenience are important, price sensitivity is always a significant factor, particularly in a competitive market like this.
Yeah.
Restaurants are constantly trying to strike that balance between, offering high quality food and providing value and affordability, often through various value meals and promotional offers that are designed to, appeal to your budget.
And with increasing awareness around health and sustainability, are these restaurants feeling pressure to address those concerns? Definitely, definitely. As a consumer, you are increasingly conscious of the health implications of your food choices and the environmental impact, of the food industry.
Yeah.
And you're seeing more and more restaurants respond by offering healthier menu options, highlighting, the nutritional information of their food, and emphasizing their sustainable sourcing practices. Chipotle's Food with Integrity initiative is a prime example of that.
It's no longer just about taste and price. People want to feel good about what they're eating and the impact it has.
Yeah, absolutely.
Finally, what role does ongoing innovation play in keeping these brands competitive?
Yeah, innovation is absolutely crucial.
Right.
The fast casual landscape is constantly evolving, and restaurants need to continuously introduce, new and exciting menu items, unique flavor combinations,
Right.
and even new technologies to keep your attention and stay ahead of the competition, whether it's, a limited time offer, featuring a novel ingredient.
Or a new way to order and pay for your food, or even, entirely new menu categories. Innovation keeps things fresh and encourages you to keep coming back.
So to bring it all together, National Burrito Day is far more than just, a quirky food holiday. It's a major promotional event that really highlights the intense competition in the fast casual Mexican food industry.
Oh, absolutely.
And the various strategies these players employ to win your business. Chipotle's Burrito Vault, it's a particularly insightful example of how digital engagement and gamification can create excitement and ultimately drive sales.
Yeah.
The different approaches taken by Chipotle, Qdoba, and Taco Bell on this day, along with their distinct brand identities and marketing strategies, really underscore the key trends that are shaping how they connect with you, the consumer.
It's a fascinating kind of microcosm
Yeah.
of the larger forces at play in the restaurant industry, where digital strategy, building customer loyalty.
Right. Clearly differentiating your brand. All of these things are essential for success.
This has been a truly insightful deep dive into the world of burritos. Really makes you think, doesn't it?
It does.
Considering the significant investment these fast casual chains make in gamification and digital promotions around something as commonplace as a burrito, what other everyday products or services do you think might be ripe for similar engaging experiences?
It's a good question.
And how does this shift in marketing, this move towards more interactive, digital campaigns, how does that ultimately impact your relationship with the brands you choose to support and engage with?
Yeah.
Gives you something to chew on.
It does.
Fun absolutely intended.